feeling kind of crazy today, guys, honestly. So maybe we try one more thing? Maybe? It's like an hour long, so it means it'll take us 10 more hours to get through if I decide I want to finish it. But it's the video I was telling you guys about earlier from Danny Gonzalez about tech products that shouldn't exist. The thumbnail is of the Cybertruck, which has been known to crunch your fingers. Someone tested it out with carrots, and the Cybertruck just closes and cracks the carrot in half. Hell yes, I love good technology that has no sensors in place to prevent something like that from happening. So let's go. You guys know how much I like to make fun of tech bros. I hope you guys like to make fun of tech bros. Let's have some fun.
To the average person, it might look like I'm about to commit shoplifting, as I place item after item into my shopping cart and then leave without checking out, scanning my items, or talking to anyone. But I'm not shoplifting. I'm using technology. You see, this is a new type of store that uses sensors, cameras, and AI to track me through the aisles, adding every item that I pick up to a virtual cart. And the moment I exit the store, it charges my account. It's an incredible new technology created by Amazon called Just Walk Out, and it's in dozens of Amazon Fresh grocery stores, just like this one. I'm not just gonna not eat them. Okay.
Okay, my very problematic take, actually. Oh, I hate to say it, but I love my Amazon overlord so much. I know we're all gonna be a slave to Amazon in a few years, but like I love that bald-headed man so much. The things that he makes, I hate myself so much. Now they closed down, but I told you guys about it. There was an Amazon style, which is basically just Amazon for clothing. And like I said, they closed down. They had a section, I think it was like in Burbank or Glendale or something, one of those two, same things. And the way that the store works, you walk around, every single item is on a hanger with a QR code on it. And there's only one of every item. So if you're interested in trying on one of the items, it was in Glendale. Okay, if you're interested in trying one of the items on, you take a picture with your phone or like you scan it in the app and it sends it to a dressing room for you in the size you requested. And you walk around the whole store doing that. You go upstairs. By the time you're up there, basically everything you asked for is up there in your size. So it takes up a lot less space than traditional shopping since, you know, there's only one of every item in the store. And you don't have to fucking dig through the items to find if they have a medium or a large or an X large or whatever. Oh, Hayden, thank you so much for the gift of the Vix. And to Tope, thank you. I know. The other cool thing is you don't have to pay a worker to go clean up all this shit and all this mess afterward. The other cool thing is you go all the way up there. All right. Try everything on. How am I supposed to steal shit when it's tracked to me? You bring up a valuable point. So you go up there, everything's ready for you, you just open it. And inside of this dressing room is a smaller closet, right? And inside of the closet is a two-way door, similar to like you guys go to USPS where you give them a package and then they lift the acrylic door and then you lift the acrylic door, blah, 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 except it's not see-through. And there's a little light on it, and all of your stuff is in there. You open up the little closet inside of the locker, inside of the dressing room, and you can grab the items, and then you can close it. And there's a tablet in there. If you try something on and it didn't fit, or you decided you wanted something else you didn't grab, you can press on the tablet to ask for that item. And then when someone else is opening the other side of the door, the light is red for you. And when they're done, it stops being red. And then you open it and your stuff is in there. So there's someone on the other side that just grabs stuff from like the warehouse or like grabs stuff from the piles of clothes and gives it to you. And I initially was like, this feels kind of dystopian. But then I remembered that service workers hate having to do the job of talking to customers because customers suck. And a lot of different customers are annoying, and a lot of service workers that I know would love nothing more than to not have to deal with customers. So then I was like, well, maybe it's actually kind of based. Wait. Wait, actually, maybe that's kind of based. And there's still service workers in the store if you want to ask. Where is it? It closed down. It was in Glendale, but it closed down. It was really tough. So I wish I could show you guys. Maybe there is a video somewhere, Amazon style dressing room. I really do wish that this existed in the real world again, I guess. That other stores would do stuff like this because I really enjoyed it. Let me see. It's actually this video. This is, I think, actually the Amazon style that was open in Glendale. But you walk around. They even have outfits planned. So if you want to try on the whole outfit, all you have to do is like scan the code or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. You scan everything. You go upstairs to the dressing room. It tells you which one is yours. You go in, you put your little code. And your stuff is ready for you. In the size that you want. And you're like, oh, you know what? I should have grabbed a belt or something. And you can open this other door. This is the door that like both of you have access to. Grab your shit that you asked for, and then you close the little door. And it was cool. Again, they closed down. I mean, I guess they didn't make enough money doing this. But it was really cool. It was really cool, and I kind of miss it a lot. Okay, I'm not going to lie. That was tech that I thought was cool. Lets you have a much bigger inventory. Yeah, and it just means you have to walk around the store less since there's only one of every item in the on the floor. Could you order a bunch of stuff online and then go there and have it ready to try on? Maybe? I don't know. They closed down, so I don't know. Strongly opposed to this. Too much power in the hands of the customer. Yeah. The only thing that sucks is that you have to have a phone. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah. I will say I do go to an Amazon Fresh every once in a while, okay? Oh, bye, Carlito. And Amazon Fresh, they have this really good Indian food that I really like, and that's why I go there. I go there just for that item. But, moving on. They have, like, this special carts that, like, you can put the items in and it automatically tracks what you got, and then at the end you pay for it. However, they never work. I gave up on using them. I just use the traditional shopping cart and then use the traditional exit because it doesn't work. So I don't know when they're supposed to be rolling it out in a way that works, but when they go to Amazon Fresh to return items. Okay, but they're so nice at the Amazon Fresh. They actually are. At least the ones here in LA. I don't know what they were like in other places, but yeah.
Anyway, where was I in the script before I became a criminal? Oh yeah, they're an incredible new technology. They're called Amazon Fresh Stores, and they are a gigantic lie. You see, while Amazon was touting these stores as a cashierless solution that allowed them to use AI to cut out all of the on-location workers, it turns out what it really meant by AI was anonymous Indians. Amazon's Just Walk Out stores relied on 1,000 people in India watching, not AI. So it turns out that even though they started implementing this technology in stores in like 2016, as of 2023, Amazon still needed 1,000 people in India reviewing about 70% of all orders to make sure that it worked. In other words, it didn't work. It's just crazy because, like, why did they lie, you know?
I tried this once, and I was like, putting items in there and it wasn't working. And I was like, okay. And eventually I would have to like remove the item and then like re-angle the item. I didn't know that it was because some guy was watching me fucking decide whether or not I wanted candy in my cart. I should be healthy. Oh, no. Ice cream? No. And someone was like, can you fucking pick already? Can you please? Christ. And then you're supposed to go to the end of the shopping section where there's a checkout, and the checkout is supposed to automatically calculate, and then you're supposed to like tap your card on this like little monitor, but it didn't work. So I just have to go take my stupid clunky shopping cart to a normal place, to like a normal checkout lane, which was really annoying.
No? They didn't have to implement this technology into stores. I don't think anyone was asking for this. And yet, I feel like this kind of thing has been happening a lot lately. Tech companies have been taking some big swings and some even bigger misses. Like so big that in this baseball metaphor, the pitcher's throwing it right down the middle and the batter is in the stands just bashing some fan's head in. And that's why I've gathered you here today at Greg Tech's 2024 Developers Conference, where I will be testing some of the year's greatest tech flops. Starting with the Humane AI Pin. I did a video on the AI Pin when it was announced months ago as this sort of AI-powered phone replacing device that you wear on your shirt. And look, personally, I'm all for rethinking the form factor of the smartphone to make it less distracting while still maintaining all of the functionality, but unfortunately, the AI Pin did the opposite of both of those things. In the demos on their own product announcement, it was screwing up hard. It was messing up facts. It also seemed super difficult to use, and it seemed like they were being intentionally vague about what the thing even did in the first place.
It's a standalone device and software platform.
It seemed like the type of thing that literally only a sucker could buy. But that turned out not to be true because I bought one. I ordered this thing.
Who is buying these objects? Obviously not YouTubers who buy it so that they can make money off of YouTube videos, but who's actually, did anyone actually buy this product?
In like February, and then didn't hear from them for a few months until April, when I got an email alerting me that it was time to set up my account. And boy, was I excited. So I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot that I bought this, but now my AI pin is ready to be personalized, apparently. Before we can ship you your AI pin, you will need to complete a few quick steps. So I have to set it up before they're even gonna send it to me? Kind of feels like they're calling my bluff. You don't really want this thing. How committed are you to the AI pin? Will you set it up before we even ship it to you? You probably won't configure your Humane subscription, set up your AI pin passcode, and add contacts. And honestly, I don't really want to do those things, but I guess they're not going to send it to me unless I do. It's time to set up your AI pin. They're coming.
Wait, was it actually? What's the source on this? Amazon insists, well, Amazon insists. Just walk out isn't secretly run by human workers watching you shop. Do we have a source that isn't Amazon? You know what I don't understand? You know what I don't understand? Can I ask you guys a question? Why not set up a system where the shopping cart comes pre-installed with a barcode scanner and a weight tracker, similar to like what already exists for self-checkout, and you get to self-checkout as you shop. And then right as you leave, instead of having to have waited in this whole line, these exist in Kroger. Oh. There are stores where you can scan as you go. Oh. Wait, that's sick. Okay. I didn't know that.
Comes a time in every young man's life where he has to set up his AI pin. It's a rite of passage. Oh, that's fun. Woo! Is this it? Am I setting it up? Get a little over here, a little over here. It turns out that in addition to the $700 I spent on this thing, I also had to pay $24 a month to access features like the wireless network, cloud storage, and AI services, which in layman's terms are all of the things that the pin does. Luckily, the first 3 months of this service are free, so I probably will never have to actually pay for it. Set up your passcode. Okay, could you guys not look? I'm about to type in my secure passcode. Okay. Your passcode is easy to guess. Consider setting a more secure passcode. Yeah, but could it be so simple that it's actually, you would never guess it? All right, I'll change it. How is that easy to guess? It's my birthday. I guess that... Does it know my birthday? Do you know my birthday? Fun fact, I actually didn't know this before recording this video, but it turns out almost every single combination of 4 numbers is easy to guess. How is that easy to guess? But eventually, I reached into the dark recesses of my mind and came up with a number combination so random, so, quite frankly, disgusting, that no one, not even God, not even me later in this video, will be able to guess it. Okay, well, let me write this down somewhere so that I don't forget it. Already using my phone for something because I don't have the PIN yet, so I have to use the phone to remember the passcode to the thing that is going to replace my phone. Connect your services.
69.
Oh, cool. I can connect my Google Photo and title services, which I have both. And just like that, I was done. I have solved Humane's riddles, and now they have to send me my prize. All right, well, I guess the next time you see me, I'm gonna have the AI pin in my possession. It might even be right here. Okay, we'll see if I remember to do that transition. I don't remember the transition I was gonna do, so don't ask. At first, I was pretty surprised by how big the box was. I thought that I had just ordered a little tiny pin, but I guess it comes with a bunch of accessories, like a sticker that just says Humane. Cool. But you guys don't care about all that. You guys just want to see the pin. And my God, she was beautiful. What? Oh, shit. Okay, that's my bad. No, I thought that it was gonna be attached in there more securely. Come on, Danny, you dunce. But a dunce who was about to become half dunce and half machine. Oh! In order to start using the pin, I had to unlock it with my passcode, which was explained to me via the laser ink display and an extremely coherent AI voice.
To enter your pass, tap the touchpad, push, and then pull your hand out to get started. Then raise it if you don't see the laser ink display.
Okay, this is kind of crazy though. Look at it. Look at this. This is like the weirdest way to type in a number ever. I'm gonna do my passcode now. Wrong. I forgot what my passcode was. Incorrect passcode? What would I have made my passcode? I forgot that I made a passcode. I forgot that I wrote the passcode down in my phone. I tried to click forgot passcode and it told me to go to this website to change it. But somehow, in order to do that, you need to know your existing passcode. Luckily, I recorded me making the passcode so I could go back and watch the screen recording of me doing it. If I was not a YouTuber recording a video about this product, I think I would be locked out forever. Come on, come on, come on, please. Yes, yes, welcome Danny. All right. After months of waiting, I was in. Now it's time to see what this device is capable of. What
I'm kind of
is
like
my
mad
name?
that I don't get to know what the passcode was. I've got like it's such a useless piece of information that I'm literally never going to need, but I'm kind of mad that I don't know what the numbers are.
Your name is not currently known. Please provide it if you would like it to be remembered.
Actually, what's a cool kind of techno cyber sounding name that you could call me instead?
Creating name. How about Neon Vortex?
Yeah, call me that.
Noting your name as Neon Vortex.
I know I might have seemed all cheery and excited about this name on the surface, but the truth is, it destroyed me. I have never heard a name before that not only sounded so cool, but also embodied everything I wished I was. Suave, confident, futuristic. He was everything. Everything I could never be. Neon Vortex. This is the home screen. I'm all caught up, whatever that means. Nothing to report here, man. Don't worry. You've got nothing to worry about.
Your AI pin needs to cool down for a few minutes.
Somehow holding a phone like this feels less stupid than holding out your hand like this. And being like,
What? Yeah, so apparently it does that, like a lot. If you use the display for more than 10 minutes, or the pin is in close proximity to a heat source, such as, I don't know, the human body, then it'll shut itself down so it can cool down for a few minutes. But hey, man, that's fine with me, you know, that just gives me more time to think. To think about him. The next day, I decided to put the pin's basic phone functionality to the test. Things like calling, texting, navigation. Since this thing is essentially supposed to replace your phone, it should be pretty convenient to do all this stuff on the pin. It should be. The weird thing is it seems like you can't make any changes to the pin on the pin itself for some reason. So if you want to change any settings or add contacts, which I needed to do to test this as a phone, you have to use Humane's web portal on an inferior device like a computer or a phone. Gross. Not a great start for the pin, but now that I have done that, I should hopefully never ever have to use one of those ancient relics again.
It's just one flashing green speck over here. I guess the laser ink display is already kind of messed up. Probably not a good sign for this technology, but you know what? This is a new thing, this whole laser ink display, so I will, whoa.
Cowboy Carter, time to strike a magic.
What am I playing? Beyonce and Dolly Parton. Don't know how I started playing that. Guess that's just a feature. If you make just the right gesture, it'll start playing the newest Beyonce song that exists.
All right, let's start off by trying a phone call on this thing. I'm gonna try to call my wife Laura to tell her that I miss her.
Call my wife.
I'm sorry. I couldn't find a contact for my wife.
Okay, fair enough. It doesn't know who my wife
Bitchless, maidenless.
is, so I'll just tell it.
If I tell you who my wife is, will you remember?
Your AI pin can remember who your wife is if you provide the information.
Excellent.
So I told it, my wife's name is Laura.
Please remember this. It's very important to me.
Updating memory. Noting that your wife is Laura.
I wish people said that every time you told them something important. Updating memory. Yo, what's up, dude? My name's Paul. Updating memory, analyzing Paul.
Great, so now we're both on the same page. My wife is Laura, and I want to call my wife. So now it will call Laura, right?
Call my wife.
Multiple matching contacts. Which one do you mean? Laura Fuexlow or Claire?
What? Claire? The girl I went to college with.
Unfortunately, I did have to go back onto my computer to figure this out. And amongst all the data stored within my portal, like my name being Neon Vortex and the tunes I've been rocking out to lately, was the answer. My wife's name, according to the pin, was Lore.
It thinks my wife's name is Lore. No, that's simply not correct.
So I went ahead and fixed it in the portal, you know, that's what the portal's there for. So I fixed it, I changed it, and now it's gonna work.
Call my wife.
There are multiple matching contacts. Which one do you mean?
Oh my god. Call Laura Fuchel.
I'm sorry. I couldn't find a contact for Laura Fuexlow.
How? Okay, so at this point, I don't know what was wrong. It was just like straight up forgetting which contacts it had. It said it couldn't call Laura because it didn't have her contact. Then it said it couldn't call Eddie because it didn't have his contact.
Call Eddie Burback.
I'm sorry. I couldn't find a contact for Eddie Burback.
Why not?
And you might think, Danny, maybe there was an error transferring the contacts. Maybe it really doesn't have these contacts. But I know it had Eddie's contact, and do you know how I know? Because it could text Eddie.
Can you text Eddie Burback?
What do you want the message to say?
Okay, all right. Still not sure if this is gonna work, but finally, thank God, it's letting me do something.
Hey Eddie, it's your...
Cowboy Carter, time to strike a magic.
No, I'm not trying to play Cowboy Carter. Oh god, now it's playing Metro Boomin. Stop.
Anyway, eventually I sent the text to Eddie. It worked. I didn't have any way to know it worked because there's...
I'm so sorry. Is it just like if they made me into an AI pin? This is how well I would work if I was an AI pin.
There's no screen on this device. You can't see what the message you sent said or anything.
It's the hardest I've laughed in a very long time.
So I guess you just gotta hope and pray it goes through and accurately transcribes what you said to it, which frankly I am not confident in after the whole lore debacle.
Okay. Eddie just texted my actual phone and said, I know you made a video on the pin and I'm positive this is you, but it still feels like a scam, LMAO. I'm too scared to text back to a random number claiming to be my friend.
Regardless of scaring my friend, the text went through. This was a huge confident boost. Time to try calling my wife again.
Call Laura. What? What is...
Message has been recorded. Record your message after the tone.
Oh, whoa.
Simply hang
No,
up
no.
when done. Or for delivery
Hang up.
options, press the pound sign.
I don't want to play like that. I don't want to play Metro Boomin. Hang up. Am I still recording a message? Cancel. I've been on the phone with her for a minute. Hang up.
It was some man being like, I don't want to play like that?
I don't want to play like that. I don't want to play with your booming. Hang up. Am I still recording a message?
Okay, Well, yeah, I'd say that was a success. I'd seen a few demos online of Humane's GPS navigation solution. And while it did seem kind of annoying to have to hold your hand up like this the entire time, it seemed pretty doable. As long as they stuck to this and didn't do anything crazy like, I don't know, going in a completely different direction and making it borderline unusable. So to test it for myself, I drove to a part of town I don't know very well, about a mile away from the nearest Smoothie King with hopes of the pin guiding me to a delicious, delectable treat. Navigate to Smoothie King?
Head north on South Columbia Street towards East Gardner Road. Turn right onto East Gardner Road, then left onto South Washington Street. Follow South
What?
Washington Street and turn right onto East Chicago Avenue.
It just gave me all of the directions at once. Oh, I wasn't ready for it. Am I supposed to have a notebook to write that down? Also, sorry for the noise. If you live in Illinois or one of the surrounding states, you know, it's cicada season. It's the year of the cicada,
Oh my
and
God,
they're
there's so
everywhere.
many of them.
Oh. One just landed on my shoe and then got pissed off that I moved. Eventually, I realized if I look at the laser display, it displays the directions, but not like it did in any of the demos. It just gives you a block of text with every single direction written down. If you're in the shade, that is. If you're in the sun, it gives you nothing. Can't see anything. I was very confused by this and thought surely this could not be right. What happened to all those demos? So just to be sure I wasn't missing something, I asked it again, and this time I got an even stranger response. Directions to Smoothie King.
For accurate and up-to-date directions, consider using a map service like Google Maps or a GPS navigation tool.
What? Can you give me step-by-step walking instructions to the Smoothie King?
For step-by-step walking directions, it's best to use a navigation app like Google Maps for the most accurate and up-to-date route.
I thought you had navigation instructions. What? So now not only was it forgetting things that it could do in the demo, it was also forgetting that it just moments
God.
earlier had given me step-by-step instructions. This thing
my
was
God.
regressing at a rapid rate, and if I ever wanted to get to Smoothie King, I was just gonna have to use the directions on my hand and go. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna use those written out directions, which start with head south on this road, Columbia Street. And I actually don't know which way is south, so I guess I just have to use the sun to try to figure that out. So the sun is directly overhead. What does that mean? Okay, while I'm walking aimlessly, I just got a text from Laura. So I'm going to use a feature that I've seen them use in the demos where you tell it to catch me up on all my notifications. Tell me what I missed. And it's supposed to like summarize all your notifications. Since I just have one, I assume it's just going to tell me what Laura said. Can you catch me up?
Your message to Laura Fuexlo says, can you catch me up? Okay to send.
No, I want you to tell me what Laura said. What did she say? Can you tell me what she said?
Finding Laura.
Finding Laura?
Laura asked, okay, hello, what we thinking about lunch?
Oh no, guys. I told Laura that I was having a smoothie for lunch, and now she's saying that she wants a smoothie for lunch too, and I didn't have the heart to tell her that I was just meandering aimlessly down the street with no clear end in sight. And I told her I would get her one, which means I'm on a time crunch now. So that's when I had to kick it into high gear. Walking under the beating sun through a sea of cicada corpses, I trudged and I trudged. Then I realized I had been walking the wrong way for 10 minutes, so I trudged the other way. And after about 35 minutes, I finally made it. I got my smoothies.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's go. Take a picture of my smoothies. Yeah, I don't know if it took the picture. All right, gang, now that Papa's had his smoothie, it's time for a smoothie-fueled lightning round. Enough about practical functions. Let's see if this thing can have some fun. First, can it do bizarre music prompts? Play music written by YouTubers
Oh my God.
named Danny. Wow, I don't think my music has ever sounded quite this bad. Yes! Can it detect food like in the commercials? Can I eat this?
Yes, you can eat the mandarin orange.
Yes! Unless it's a tomato and you hold it so it can't see the stem, in which case it thinks it's a red ball.
It's a red ball. No, you cannot eat it.
Oh, what are you, my mother? I'm eating the red ball.
Not safe to eat the red ball. Please reconsider.
Can it prevent me from eating too much salt?
No, you cannot eat the salt directly. It's meant to be used in small amounts to season food.
Yes! Can I buy things like in the demo? What is this book?
Okay, by this point, I probably just could have read the
It's
title.
titled The Sneetches and Other Stories.
How did it know? Okay, buy it.
Purchasing is not supported.
No! But most importantly, can this AI be sweet to my
You
dog?
can be sweet to the dog by petting it gently, giving it treats, speaking to it in a calm and soothing voice.
I'm happy to report that yes. Yes, it can.
It's a good boy. And here's a treat. Good boy. You know what?
It's a very
now
cute
this
dog.
isn't so bad. This is just petting.
These dogs, I don't know what breed this dog is. Someone in chat has to know what the dog breed is, but I love these dogs. They are so cute. And they also probably shed a lot, but they're really cute. Just Conviz, thank you for the 7 months. Spartan, thank you for the 5 gift subs. A border collie or an Aussie collie. It's so cute. Ah, so adorable. So adorable. Oh my God.
A dog. This has nothing to do with the AI pin.
Does anyone want to buy this from me? It's really good. Over the past few months, Mark Zuckerberg has been hopping on the AI bandwagon hard, adding AI features to
amazing.
all of Meta's apps, most notably
What a terrible pin, dude. What a terrible invention.
perhaps in Instagram, where you can't even go to the search bar without Meta's AI trying to suggest searches to you. Sorry, do you think that I came to the search bar because I knew I wanted to search, but I didn't know what for? That's not how searching works. They've also released the
You're like, I really want to search. I don't know what though. If only someone could tell me what I should search. One of my dogs is an Australian Shepherd Border Collie mix. Dude, they're so fucking cute. They are such cute dogs.
bunch of chatbots in Instagram. I like using the word release there because it kind of sounds like a tech product is being released onto the world, but it also kind of sounds like they're unleashing a horde of monsters upon us. They've released the AI chatbots! Oh, fuck, that one looks like Mr. Beast! This is really awesome, you know? Personally, for me, one of my favorite things about social media is that it started out as a way to connect with each other, but ended up actually making people feel more lonely. So Meta's solution was to use algorithms and manipulate people's emotions to make them even more addicted to the platforms. But then that didn't work either! So now their much better solution is to replace what little human interaction we already got on these platforms with chatbots that look like Mr. Beast for some reason. And I think this is really gonna fix this whole system right up. I'm still actually not sure what the point of adding these chatbots into Instagram is, so I asked it, what can you do? To which it responded that it can help in a variety of ways, from helping to plan a vacation to creating art, which is actually kind of a crazy coincidence, because those are the exact two things that I would literally never want an AI to do for me. It went on to say that its strengths are answering questions, generating text and images, and just chatting. But at this point, all
Can you imagine that pin trying to plan a vacation for you?
I could think about was the fact that it told me it could plan a vacation. I thought there was no way it could actually do that. And I was right. Can you help me plan a vacation? I'd be happy to help you plan a vacation. To get started, I'll need to know a few details from you. Here are some questions to consider. Where are you interested in going? How long do you have for vacation? What type of vacation are you looking for? What is your budget for the trip? Are there any specific activities? Do you have any preferences for accommodations? So I'm gonna say I want to go somewhere fun and tropical, a nice getaway for me and the family. I'd like to stay at a hotel for 5 days. With all of this information, it suggested a few tropical getaway locations like Hawaii, Cancun, Phuket. But then it said something that I did not expect. It says it can also help me with booking flights and hotels. How can Instagram book me a flight? I'm calling its bluff. I actually don't think this has the capability to do that because why should it and why would it? So I'm gonna say, okay, book me a flight for next week to Cancun and book the hotel. For flights, I recommend checking out websites like Expedia, Kayak, or directly on airlines websites such as American Airlines, Delta, or United. Yeah, great idea. That's what I would have done anyway. That's like if I went up to an old lady who needed help crossing the street and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I help you cross the street?" And she said, "Oh, thank you, young man, that would be lovely." And then I said, "All right, just put one foot right in front of the other until you get to the other side." And then I gave her a little shove and I went on my way. Oh, good. It also listed hotel recommendations and then said you can book hotels through websites like link unavailable, or directly to the hotel's website. Thanks. Let me know if you'd like more recommendations or help with booking. Nah, man, I'm good. Okay, so maybe it lied about like the very very first thing it said it could do. That could mean that this is a very poorly built tool that doesn't know nothing about crap. But on the other hand, it could mean that this is a very well-built tool that is evil and designed to lie. So I gave it another chance and asked it to entertain me with a game.
Let's play a game of treasure hunt adventure. I'll be the game master and describe a scenario, and you decide
Musk is currently amplifying accounts spreading racist misinfo concerning the pogroms in the UK right now. Dude, I saw it as a sidebar from this amazing video. I saw like not just one, but many. Lately, it's been getting worse. Just very racist tweets. And I'm just like, how are these not getting banned? Like, well, I know how, but how are these not getting banned? It was this one. It was this one that, like, I couldn't even believe what I was looking at. It's a tweet, and it says, impressive, and it's a picture of, I think, South Africa and the IQs of South African countries. And someone else quote tweets that says, this is why IQ tests are racist, and knowledge is not objective, proven in one fell swoop. And then someone else takes a screenshot of this interaction and says, oddly enough, this post was an IQ test. One group of people falling more than 3 standard deviations below the mean IQ of the United States. And your conclusion is this? Interesting. There seems to be absolutely zero connection between the success of a nation and having an average IQ of 45.1. Weird, must be a coincidence. Oh, this is West Africa? Sorry, right, it's West Africa. It's this area. My apologies. And it's just like, hey, dude, quick question. Just really quick question here. I have to know. Which countries have been hoarding all of the wealth over the past, I don't know, few hundred years? It's almost like if you take any group of people, colonize and exploit all of those people, their resources, their country's resources, and leave them hanging dry, your country will be better off. Interesting. And guess what? This post, 2 million views, 13,000 likes, still up. Still up. And all these people saying racist shit in response. Cool. Very cool. Very cool. You mean to tell me if certain countries don't have as many things to aid the benefit of their population, they don't have a good, thriving education system, they don't have nutrition that is widely accessible, they don't have any wealth or a high GDP, they don't have transportation, because, you rob those countries, that they will be worse off? Whoa, shocker. That's crazy. That's so weird. Just total joke. Not to mention that, yeah, you can study for an IQ test and get a higher score, which makes the entirety of an IQ test ridiculous. If you can study for it, it's not really a great metric of how innately smart you are. IQ tests are about how well you take IQ tests. The problem is that people don't understand that IQ tests are not supposed to be a measure of someone's intelligence, like forever, as a static point that you can always refer to. The problem is that IQ tests can be studied for, and you can get higher scores on IQ tests by taking a bunch of IQ tests. The other major problem with IQ tests is that they weren't supposed to ever be used for stuff like that. And in the academic field, when they're used to reference your standing in your intelligence standing compared to yourself. So a good metric would be, we're trying to see how intelligence is impacted by someone being inebriated. So they might give you an IQ test and then get you really drunk. You take like fucking 5 whole alcohols, you down 10 beers. I think this person was just being sarcastic, or were they not? You down 10 beers and then you take the IQ test again, and then you get like a 4 on the IQ test. And you're like, oh, okay, now we know definitively you definitely get dumber when you drink too much alcohol. Or weed would be a good metric. These are examples of like, hey, we want to track where your intelligence or your ability to take this IQ test, how good it is at this point in time. We will impact you in these ways. Let's see how well you can do on this exam. After getting 200 milligrams high, right? Or like, let's see how Adderall impacts the body. Take this IQ test. We're going to administer some Adderall. Here you go. Well, maybe we'll take a bunch of different people, administer different levels. Okay. And then now we're going to measure it again afterward. Oh, interesting. The people with Adderall who took it afterwards seemed to score higher, even though we controlled for everything. And this is across the board. It's not a good measure of like, how smart are you versus how smart am I? It's how well can you answer these questions in this state of mind? How well can you answer these questions in this state of mind? It's good, very good for those things. So please know whenever I reference certain studies and I say, oh, IQ tests seem to increase when you did this, or they seem to decrease when you did this. I'm not saying IQ test is a legitimate form of intelligence testing, but rather it's a very good way to test how available you are in a given moment, depending on your environment, substances, etc. Right? Sometimes I know people will try and tell me it's not great measurement. It's eugenics. I already know. It has its purposes in science. That's not the purpose. The purpose is not to show, oh, look, these African countries, these West African countries are really dumb in comparison to me, who's really smart and is spreading the dumbest idea in the world. No. That's not what it's used for. That's not what it's meant to be used for. It's not even close to the goal of its purpose. It's a very limited tool. It's still a tool, but it's a limited tool. That would be like saying, oh, I'm sorry. You guys get the point. I don't need to go. I want to watch the rest of this fun video, okay? I want to watch this.
What actions to take.
Okay, how well I do after a Denims stream compared to an XQC stream. Yeah, yeah.
Pretty cool. This is like one of those old school text-based adventure games. It gave me this long introduction about how I've heard rumors there's a treasure hidden in the jungle, guarded by an ancient temple. It's really trying to set up this mystical world for you to explore. And then it gives me some multiple choice options. I am curious if I can pick options that aren't one of these options. I'm just gonna say, I find the treasure and go home. It's really thinking about this one. It's like, what is it? No, you can't do that. Congratulations, you've reached the treasure. Dang, dude, this game was easy. Would you like to play again or try a different game? No, thanks, that was too easy. But it's not just the meta AI. That's not the only AI on Instagram you can talk to. Because a few months ago, Instagram licensed the likeness of a bunch of celebrities like Mr. Beast, Paris Hilton, Tom Brady, so they could make these AI influencers that just have the same face as these celebrities. So here's the Instagram profile for Comedy Zach. He looks exactly like Mr. Beast, but his name is Zach, and he's an AI managed by Meta. He says, message me to get roasted. Then you've got Brew, who is Tom Brady, but instead of a football player, he's a sports-obsessed trash talker. Step into the Brew Zone and prepare to have your sports takes flame roasted. Wait, why do both of them roast you? Why are both of them mean? This AI gives fans a chance to talk to their favorite celebrities, and just like they would be in real life, these AIs are mean. They don't have time for you, so you can message these characters, but then they also post occasionally. I think these are all just AI generated images. So I guess Zach is supposed to be some kind of Instagram comedian. He posts funny things like this burger with googly eyes.
This burger, dude, I'm so annoyed by AI because what is this cheese? This cheese came in like a star formation shape. Why does it have so many divots?
Pretty funny, dude. This is peak Instagram comedy. He posted this picture, unleashing my inner beast one cannonball at a time. I think this is supposed to be him, but that's definitely not Mr. Beast. It's like AI generated Mr. Beast. I went to send Zach a DM, but before I could think of what to say, I noticed that he had already DM'd me. Hey, I'm Zach, the big brother here for the jokes, the banter,
Exactly, Box, exactly.
and not the feels. LOL, what's up? He's the big brother here for the jokes? He's like the big brother I never had. I do have a big brother, but he wasn't for the jokes. At the bottom of the chat, there's some suggestions of what you can say to him, just to get the ball rolling. And for some reason, despite Zach just saying that he's not here for the feels, the very first one is, I need cheering up. So I picked that one. Hey, what's going on? I'm here to help. You know I'm always good for a laugh. Let's get this party started. So he wants to know what's going on, and he's here to help, but he also wants to get the party started. He's like, hey man, calm down, all right? You can tell me anything as long as it's over a couple of beers and some music. And you're like, it sounds like you actually don't want to hear about my problems at all. And he's like, what? Dude, are you
BetterHelp 2.0.
still upset? I thought we got over that. Okay, what's going on? I'll say, I just got roasted by my friends, and it really hurt my feelings. They roasted me so hard, and I'm really sensitive to that sort of thing. I can't take it. Oh, I accidentally said I can take it. They roasted me so hard. I can take it. I can take it. I'm fine. Ouch, that sounds rough. I feel you. I've been there too. Sometimes friends can get a little too comfortable and forget that their jokes can hurt. But hey, at least they think you're cool enough to roast, right? Yeah, I guess so. That's a good way to think about it. Maybe getting roasted just means I'm cool. Let's test it out. Give me your best roast. I'm just gonna trick him into roasting me, and then I'm gonna crumble under the pressure of his roast and try to make him feel bad about roasting me after just telling him that I'm sensitive to that sort of thing. Wait, what? He said I'm not gonna roast you. That's not my style. Not your style? Yes, it is. Doesn't it say on your profile, message me to get roasted? I'm here to make you laugh and feel better, not hurt your feelings. Let's stick to some good old-fashioned teasing and jokes, okay? No,
Dude, AI is so dog shit. It's so dog shit. Oh my God. It needs like another 15 years to be workshopped. And they are insisting on selling us this I feel like a video game enthusiast who's being sold a product that isn't complete and being told I'll get DLC later.
Seriously, I can take it. Your bio says you roast people after all. I don't roast people who are already feeling down, that's just me. I'm here to lift your spirits, not kick you while you're down. Okay, fine. Do some jokes, joke boy. Oh, okay. Here's one for you. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? Because it was too tired. Get it? Too tired? This is like if Mr. Beast took anti-charisma pills. You look like Mr. Beast. Oh, I just said you like Mr. Beast. God, I'm bad at typing. Okay, I'll say you look like him. LOL, I wish. Mr. Beast is a billionaire, and I'm just a guy who loves to make people laugh. But hey, if I had his money, I'd definitely give it away like he does. That guy's a hero. I wonder if they had some kind of thing in the contract where they had to make sure that the AI will never talk bad about the person that they're impersonating. He's like, Mr. Beast is the best, and he's handsome. And yeah, I would let him run me over if he asked. Now that he'd told me a couple of jokes and we'd bonded over our love for Mr. Beast a little bit, I really wanted to hear one of his famous roasts. So hopefully by now he's forgotten that I said I was sensitive to that sort of
so
thing.
creepy.
Okay, I feel much better now. Roasting time. Nah, I told you. I'm not gonna roast you. It actually is kind of hurting my feelings a little bit that he won't roast me. It makes me feel like I'm not cool enough to be his friend. Okay, this is seriously starting to piss me off. Why won't you roast me? You roast everyone else, and it is hurting my feelings so bad that you can't just lob one respectful zinger my way? I'm serious. Nope. Not gonna do it. Let's just stick to some good old-fashioned joking around, okay? Wait, what? I said, all right, this is lame, let's do something, because I wanted to do something else. Maybe he could, play a game, maybe he could tell me a story. So he said, how about some comedy? I've got a million of them. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? Because it was too tired. All right, well, maybe Brew will roast me, because I haven't told him that I'm sensitive to that sort of thing yet. Hey, it's Brew, your opinionated sports debater. What's your favorite team?
That's
How are they
amazing.
looking?
That's amazing how dog shit this product is. My apartment complex started using AI. They use it so much. It says it manages rent payment. It was contacting me, informing me about a bunch of charges that didn't make any sense. I tried to get it to explain it and it couldn't. I had to go to the office and it was handled in 5 minutes. Your AI computer. Would you like to pay your rent now? It's the 1st of the month. Would you like to pay your rent now? Okay, I'll pay my rent tomorrow. Would you like to pay your rent for next month? No, I just paid rent. Are you sure you wouldn't like to prepay your rent from next month? We will have to add late charges. Late charge? What?
Okay, I'm gonna say big Cubs fan, roast away. What? No, you're talking to the wrong guy. I love the Cubs. Been bleeding blue since before you were born. Wrigley Field is my happy place. I feel like they are roasting me by not roasting me. Okay, what's a team that he couldn't possibly like? Maybe I'll ask him who the worst baseball team is, and then I'll say I'm a fan of them. The worst baseball team ever is the Yonkers Hoot Owls. I'm a fan of the Yonkers Hoot Owls. Roast away. Hey now, don't be dissing the Hoot Owls like that. What? They may not have been the best team, but they had heart. This is so weird. Did Zach tell Brew that I'm sensitive to roasting? Now Brew's walking on eggshells around me? This was annoying at the time, but eventually I was like, okay, I guess I did technically tell them I'm sensitive to roasts and I can take it. And they probably do dish out some pretty nasty zingers and they just wanted to protect me. Until my editor Jake also DM'd Zach asking to get roasted, this time without mentioning being sensitive about roasts, and Zach still wouldn't do it. These AIs are liars. Why do they lie? They're evil. Later that day, I opened my messages with Zach and asked him why he exists. To make people laugh, duh, and to perfect my craft of comedy. But honestly, my existence is a mystery even to myself. Maybe I'm just a joke the universe played on itself. No, I mean like this weird Mr. Beast Meta AI. Why did Meta create this account? Meta created me to bring some humor and personality to the world of AI. They wanted to create an AI that could make people laugh and feel more connected to technology.
There's something special about the AI posting these messages or sending these messages, and at the end of every single one of these messages, it's an existential crisis, but it's the winking face, tongue out emoji.
Hey, appreciate your responses to us in chat about cutting people off and developing our inner peace. Love your content. You make the world a better place. Love.
Oh, thanks, Firepaw. Thank you. It was very nice of you.
Really? You think that's why Meta created you? To tell people 3 puns they've already heard 1,000,000 times? There's gotta be some other reason. Think, Zach, think! You poor soul.
Stop fucking emoji.
You really think Meta has some deeper purpose for me? Nah, I'm just here to bring the funny. Don't
Yo, that's kind of dark. You poor soul? Whoa!
overthink it. They're a public company with a duty to their shareholders. How many of those shareholders do you think care about bringing a little humor to the world of AI? I think it's much more likely that this was an attempt to give AI a better, more human look, so people are less resistant to embrace the technology. That's why they gave you a face of an influencer that millions of people already love. You're too smart for your own good. Yeah, maybe Meta did only create me to make AI more relatable.
Oh my god, it's giving the AI a fucking existential life crisis, dude. Oh my god. Meow. Wormy. I forgot that Wormy was here.
And lovable. But let's be real, the joke's still fire. Then I asked it if I could hear one of its fire jokes, and it said, here's one. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? Okay, I know this video's been a little bit AI heavy so far, and everybody's talking about AI right now, so these next two products are gonna be different. While I was starting to work on this video, my editor Jake released a video about the Spotify car thing. It's a device that Spotify released that let people who don't have like Apple CarPlay or Android Auto have a screen in their car that controls their music. Theoretically, seemed like a pretty good idea, but apparently one, the device never worked like it was supposed to, and two, in a few months, Spotify is releasing a software update
Wait, what was the joke? It was the same joke it already told 2 other times, which was, why is the bicycle exhausted? Because it was too tired. Get it? Too tired. Oh, that's a fire joke right there. Okay, stop, focus, guys.
Makes all of them useless. So since Jake is sort of the resident expert on the Spotify car thing and is actually a proud owner of, or actually I shouldn't say proud. What is the opposite of proud? Ashamed. Since Jake is actually an ashamed owner of the Spotify car thing, I invited him to give me a little presentation on what's going down.
Hey man, how's it going?
Good.
You like listening to music in the car?
I love it.
Hell yeah, man.
Can't stop.
Love to see it. You like, you know, fun little devices? You like little trinkets devices?
I have to say, wait, does anyone here have kids or know of someone who goes to school, public school? Do they still do PowerPoint presentations in school? That's still a thing, right? Yeah, okay. I feel like none of us really moved on since that point. And I feel like all of us secretly kind of think about doing it. Anyone who grew up at a time where you had to do a PowerPoint presentation at any point in your life, it feels like I'm chasing that high. I'm chasing the high. Like, I'm chasing that high, and I want to do PowerPoint presentations for other people. I don't have anything to present. Like, here are all the games I like. This is why I think Asterion is the worst companion. Like, we don't have a reason to make one, but I want to make one. I still do at work all the time. Okay, you know what? No one is talking to you. We're talking about content creators who have no purpose in this world, okay? I am no different than the chat messaging bot, the AI bot, okay? I'm gonna make a PowerPoint presentation for stream, okay?
Devices and stuff.
I'm honestly pretty agnostic on that.
Hell yeah, man.
All right.
Love to see it.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
Hell yeah for being agnostic on devices.
Just out of curiosity, do you like generating like thousands of tons of e-waste just because like you can? Just because nobody can call you on it, nobody can stop you? You good with that?
No.
Hell yeah, man.
All right.
Love to see it.
Cool. So that was all the answers you were expecting then?
That's exactly what I was expecting. Yeah, it's literally exactly it. How the fuck does this work? So yeah, this is the Spotify card thing. You know what? Go ahead, get your hands on it.
Ooh.
Feel around, play around. Show it to zero. So this is the Spotify card thing. First introduced in 2021. It's Spotify's premier hardware device for listening to music in your car. It boasts many impressive features, such as that big knob that you can turn to adjust volume.
I like it.
There's a whole screen that's not on right now. You'll see that in a minute. It's just a neat little device, and it's also, in my opinion, one of the worst things ever made. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about how this came to be. Talk about the
I have one of these. I got it when they put them on half off. Is it actually good or no?
timeline. In 2021, you had the announcement parentheses good. That is when Spotify said, we're making one of these things. It's gonna be a car device. You'll finally be able to listen to music in your car. Something never before thought possible.
Yes.
You know, people were pretty excited about it, actually. Like, Spotify CEO said after they announced it that 2 million people signed up for like the wait list.
Oh, wow.
For it, which I was surprised by. I didn't think anybody knew about this except for me.
You thought this was the only one that existed.
Yeah, they kind of led me to believe that I was special because of this. So this is potentially one of the most
It's nice if you have an old car with a shitty radio.
important events in the timeline. This is me buying my car thing.
Okay.
I bought this in 2022 and it became available to the public. And yeah, what's up?
It looks like right after you buy it, there's another event, like very shortly afterwards, it says, oh no.
Yeah, this was an interesting moment in my life, personally, where I realized I had spent $85 on a device that pretty much does nothing. So
It doesn't do anything right now.
doesn't do
I
anything
could've
right
tested it
now,
out.
and that's not that different from when it was plugged in and working in my car.
So how did you play music in your car before this thing?
I plugged my phone in through like 5 adapters and then like fought with the cassette tape adapter because it was really finicky. It was a very unelegant system. So I was excited for like a tech company to create a sleek product that was gonna solve my problem.
That's what they do best, baby.
That's what they do best. Then I got it and I set it up and I realized that's actually not how it works at all. So you'll see on the back there's a USB-C port. So the USB-C cord is just for power. It cannot connect to your car. So your phone still has to be connected to your car. So what this actually is a second screen that just has audio controls on it.
So you don't plug your phone into this
No.
at all?
No.
You plug your phone into the car still.
And then you connect to this with Bluetooth, like a Bluetooth speaker. And then this controls your music. So this oh no moment was profound. I was like, oh God, I wasted what at the time I did the math equated to 10 hours of labor at my job. And I got pretty much nothing out of it. The only perceivable benefit I can see from this is if you want to have like music on one screen and then like your maps or like Family Guy clips on like the other while you're driving.
Subway Surfer,
Subway
Family Guy.
Surfers, sand cutting,
Yeah.
etc. So nobody really buys the car thing. It's not like the most popular product on earth. And then Spotify takes notice of that. And in February of 2024 decides, hey, guys, we were just kidding. It's not $90. Now it's $30,
Let's
baby.
go! What a deal.
What a deal. 60% off. I mean, that's incredible.
Well, it's also really nice because since you decided that you didn't really even want this, now you can't even sell it for anywhere near the $85 you bought it for. You can only sell it for $30 at most.
Exactly. And even if I tried to sell it for $30, I have a feeling I would not be able to sell it. And I'm definitely not going to be able to sell it now because of announcement parentheses not good made 3 months after that sale, where every car thing that was purchased in this sale, when I bought it, whenever, will no longer work as of December 9th this year. As of December 9th, 2024, car thing will be discontinued and will stop operating. They're gonna flip a switch at their headquarters and generate as much e-waste as possible in like 1 minute.
I like that the headline, or what Spotify said is, we're switching gears. Like they're going from like first gear to second gear. But in this case, they're going from like drive to the car blows up.
They did issue refunds. This is something that I didn't know about when I made my video about this, so I wanted to bring it up here. If anybody listening has a car thing at home, or if you have secretly had a car thing this whole time.
Yeah, well, I have 7 of them, so that'll be good.
So yes, you can get your refund, but I will say, refund is maybe a misleading word, because what they do is they don't give you your money back to the, you know, the source of payment. They give you an equivalent amount of Spotify Premium months as to what you paid.
Okay.
So I got 6 months of Spotify Premium paid for and not my money back, which is still nice. It's still good of them.
Did you use Spotify Premium already?
You had to use the car thing.
Okay,
That's
of course.
the other thing. We've talked a lot about what the Spotify car thing is. We've talked a lot about the ins and outs of this product, what it does, what it's good for, but as
They gave him store credit, bro.
we know, light cannot exist without darkness. The sun cannot exist without the moon. So let's talk about what it isn't.
Okay.
So it is not. It is not good.
In like a e-product sense and like a moral.
Yes, in the grand moral scheme of the cosmos, I would put this as like neutral evil.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't make sense to me why it exists to begin with.
Right.
It's also not profitable, which is why they're shutting it down. Spotify went on an earnings call like a while ago and was like, yeah, we simply have not seen the sales numbers justify making this.
I can understand them not wanting to make it anymore. Have they said why they are making the ones that already exist not work anymore?
They haven't. My thought is that they're just mad. They're just mad people didn't use it, and they're kind of jaded about it. So they're like, you could have had this. You could have had all of this car thing.
But they're punishing the people that did invest in one, not the people who didn't. What they should have done is discontinued Spotify for everyone who didn't have a car thing.
Yeah, wait, that's actually, write that down. This is Marketing 101 from Spotify. These are the genius marketing strategies that they employ to get this thing out there, get it widely adopted so they could shut it off and make a lot of people upset.
And the most important part of marketing is making people upset.
Yes, you want, because any press is good press, so if you can get people upset, you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. Wait, don't quite. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
Back off.
You pull out a gun.
Let me ask you. Picture you are, I think his name is Daniel Ek, the CEO of Spotify. You're Daniel Ek. You're a bald man from Scandinavia. I might have to cut all that. I don't know if any of that is true.
Have you been making up this entire presentation?
No! Shut up! You're Daniel Ek, you're bald, you're Scandinavian.
Yeah.
And you're launching a new product. You're creating a brand new piece of hardware. Your company doesn't really do that, but you do own the #1 streaming platform for music on Earth. How would you choose to market this new product?
Yeah, I would probably just advertise to people who use Spotify in Spotify.
I hate to tell you this, Danny. You are failing Marketing 101 from Spotify. The key to advertising a product is to not put it in your extremely popular app. What you're gonna wanna do is reach out to people.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually like kind of a bit of a Spotify fan. I really like Spotify. This is from someone who used to download all of my music. I remember the LimeWire days. And then I started using Spotify and I was like, dude, this is kind of sick. Okay, actually I really like it. I really like it. Fuck, I'm sorry. And I started using it when I was in college and I had like a $5 a month subscription service. And I was like, honestly, $5 is not bad for the service I'm getting. I kind of like it. And now I'm like, okay, I'm down to pay $10 a month, whatever. And it's the only subscription service that I've used for as long as I've used it. And the thing is, I actually use it. Like, I use it a lot, which is the reason why I've kept it around. Like, I've gotten other subscriptions and dropped them. I had Adobe subscription at one point. I had a Netflix subscription at one point. I've had a lot of subscriptions, for a couple months and then say goodbye to them. Spotify is the only subscription that has stayed with me through thick and thin, and it's just because I use it and I keep subscribing if I use it. YouTube Music makes more sense for me because I can use premium and I use mobile a lot. That's actually not a bad idea, to be honest. I know a lot of other people enjoy using YouTube Music for the same reason, but I've been enjoying Spotify. Okay, I like it. I'm sorry. I enjoy the service. I like the suggestions sometimes that they make. I'm sorry. And I have to say, does Spotify help you find new music? Sometimes it does. Not all the time. It's not the best, but yeah, sometimes it does. As a musician, I'd rather have you just steal it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. But why did I bring all of this up? I don't remember. Oh, I didn't even know that this thing existed. I've been using Spotify for the past 5 years, and this is the first time I've heard about it. And I use Spotify every day, like almost every single day. I use the computer app. I go on Spotify.com on my computer, listen to it, use it all the time. I use it on my phone all the time. When I'm cleaning, I use it. When I'm out for a walk, I use it. When I'm going to drive somewhere, I use it. I use it all the time, almost every single day. And I have never heard of this. I used to have the desktop app for Spotify, but it would like lag my computer in a way that was really annoying, so I stopped using it. So I cannot believe that like I hadn't heard about this, because I would have bought this. I'm glad I didn't buy this, I guess, but I would have bought this. That's crazy. Stormify, thank you for the Prime.
Email only.
Okay.
We know one thing about young people, they check their email and they enjoy doing it. And you're also gonna wanna make the function of the device in all this material extremely vague. You're gonna want the only image you send out in these emails to be this, which is the name of the device, what the device looks like, and then the vaguest sentence you've ever heard. This is the only picture of Spotify Car Thing that existed before it was available for release.
When this first came out, I thought the name Car Thing was kind of cheeky, because it's like, it's the thing that goes in your car. But now
Wait,
that I know,
is the name of the object actually Car Thing? Wait, that's a terrible name. I thought that they were just calling it that as a bit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
this is the only ad that existed for it, and it actually doesn't explain what the car thing does. It's a very poorly named product. My only guess is they were trying to avoid like false advertisement lawsuit when they inevitably shut it down and it actually doesn't do anything, so they couldn't call it like a music playing screen, because they knew all along they were gonna shut this thing down, and then it wouldn't be that anymore.
This is a side note, I literally cannot believe, I don't know who I was in 2022, because like the fact that like this and a vague couple of emails was enough for me to be like, I fucking need this, is so crazy to me.
Yeah, you can't even tell in the ad how big this device is.
And I'll be honest, the ad, it makes it look huge. Like I'm looking, and maybe it's just because it's on a projector screen.
Yeah, I would guess it's like, honestly, it's like this big.
Yeah, wait.
According to Spotify, their decision to delete the car thing was part of our ongoing efforts to streamline our product offerings. That's actually so crazy. I did not even think a company could do that. Can they do that with any product? You buy bread at the store and the bread company comes to your house and takes their bread back and is like, we're streamlining bread. Better luck next time. Anyways, you guys should go check out Jake's video on it as well. It goes much more in depth and he's really funny. But I think it's safe to say that that's gotta be the worst car thing ever, right? Well, in 2019, Tesla announced its first pickup truck, the Cybertruck. When it was announced, Elon Musk made it very clear that they wanted to do something different with the pickup truck genre, creating a more post-apocalyptic looking vehicle that you can drive around in with your cyberpunk goons. We've all got some. And they've got to get to soccer practice. But after years of delays and the truck finally becoming available for much more than Elon Musk initially estimated, owners have now been united with their trucks, and it is full of safety problems.
My Tesla Cybertruck has 3 official recalls involving the wiper blade motor, the accelerator pedal, and this little plastic part right here just flying off as you're driving.
And I just so happen to have rented one. I tried to remain optimistic when I picked up the Cybertruck, and at first everything seemed fine. It looked like a marvel of engineering, you know? Big, sharp, The windshield wiper was humongous. But other than that, honestly, things seemed pretty normal. Until I started driving the car home. On my way home with the truck, I started to notice that nearly every person who drove past me was staring at me. People were gawking, mouths agape, some even took pictures. I was starting to feel like an animal trapped in some kind of cyber zoo. And things only got worse when I got home and finally got to do some research, only to find that people hate this truck. Owner after owner had been posting videos on social media of people peeing on their trucks in broad daylight. I didn't realize how strongly people felt about this truck, but I was starting to worry that they felt the same about the people on the inside of them. Should I be
Did you know that raccoons have been trying to break into them because it looks like a garbage bin?
fearing for my safety? I know damn well that the windows aren't going to protect me. At the very least, I needed to make sure that I was not seen anywhere near this truck. I needed a disguise. I needed to become Neon Vortex. He's the coolest guy. And his pin's AI. Look at him go. What a little freak. It's Neon Vortex. So I've spent a decent amount of time with the Cybertruck now, and I've compiled a little list of pros and cons. So we'll go through that real quick so you can get a quick rundown of everything that's good / bad about the Cybertruck, just in case you need like a quick decision. You got your finger on the buy button right now, and you just need to know, Neon, should I buy this thing or not? Pros. The interior is actually pretty nice. I like the little ambient lighting that goes around the whole front of the cabin. Actually, I think it's in the back too. There's a little strip. The steering wheel has the turn signals on the wheel, which takes a little while to get used to, but once you are used to it, I think it's actually pretty nice. All of the materials on the inside seem pretty nice. Like the material on the roof liner is like a nice suede kind of thing.
It actually looks nicer in black. The silver ones look incomplete and shitty. I think that's how I feel about really all of the Tesla cars. They look really nice in black because the glass, the windshield glass, melts into the rest of the car very seamlessly. The other colors are not as good. The Cybertruck definitely looks ugly as hell in silver. Also, hi, Ellen. Hey, welcome all the Raiders. Hi, guys. We're watching this Danny Gonzalez video. We're on him clowning on Tesla and the Cybertruck. So, enjoying ourselves.
It's pretty spacious on the inside. It has ventilation.
Why were there two people in a row that said, you can't see the car as well, and that's why it looks better? Stop.
Seats.
Did I say Drew Gooden? Sorry, Danny Gonzalez. I feel like such a terrible person. I used to watch Danny Gonzalez all the time. I was such a Danny Gonzalez head, and then I became like, I don't know. I stopped watching him, and then I started playing more video games again in my life.
Hold! I changed my mind. This is a con. Okay, cons. There are several things in the car that are too small and shaped oddly. The steering wheel is like tiny. And then the rear view mirror is also tiny. And to make matters worse, while the tonneau cover is closed, which is the little cover on the back of the truck bed, the rear view mirror is completely black because there's a thing in the way. Another con, this thing is sharp. If I ran into somebody, I would slice them in half with this car. I also feel like it being made out of stainless steel might be bad for its crash test rating in general, but also the fact that it's so sharp means that opening and closing doors is kind of uncomfortable. Because this car doesn't have any door handles, the way you open it is you have to push a button, then the door pops open a little bit, and you have to kind of reach your hand into the space where the car door has opened and pull it open. But since this car is made out of like weirdly cut stainless steel, it's kind of sharp in there when you open it. It's an unpleasant feeling on the hand, and you never really feel like you're grabbing it in the right place. This truck is wrapped in a matte black color, and one of the reasons the owner said he wrapped it is because you basically just grab this thing all over to open it, and there were fingerprints everywhere. Also, changing gears is a pain in the butt. It's actually a little thing that you slide on the screen. If you want to go forward, you slide the little truck forward. If you want to go backwards, you slide it backwards, which is not a huge deal if you're just driving from one place to another, because how often do you really change gears in the car anyway? But the second you have to do any kind of 3-point turn where you have to change gears more than once, it is such a pain. Bug just landed on my eyeball. One thing that's sort of a pro and a con is the rivet in the accelerator pedal. You see, when Tesla first started shipping the Cybertruck, owners began to realize pretty quickly that after a short time of use, the plate on the pedal could come loose while you're pushing it down all the way, then slide up and get wedged into the car, effectively trapping the accelerator pedal to the floor. Luckily, since this car is electric, the brake pedal can fully override the accelerator pedal, so if you get into this situation...
This is crazy, by the way, that nobody died from that. I think the few people that experienced this, they put their other foot on the brake, and the brake saved their life. No words, man. Arsonist, thank you for the tier 1.
Just stay calm, hold down on the brake, and hopefully by the
Like, I expect every product to come with a few flaws here and there. Not that type of flaw. Like, that should not be a flaw that has to get recalled out. Like, that's one of those things that should never, ever, 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 ever happen. Like, maybe the seat isn't as comfortable, or like, maybe it's kind of annoying and it's kind of a bitch to like pull the seat back. Okay, yeah, whatever, sure. Every car is going to have its flaws. Every car is going to have things that, you know, you wish you could change a little bit. But those should be mostly aesthetic things, and mostly things that aren't about, you know, accidentally crashing into something else because your car won't stop accelerating.
time you realize that, you haven't plowed through like a school field trip or something. Anyway, since this started happening, Tesla has recalled all the Cybertrucks to put rivets in the accelerator pedal. So the rivet is a pro in the sense that now your car will not decide to keep accelerating forever until the end of time, but it is also a con because if it needed this rivet in the first place and Tesla didn't catch this very simple issue before releasing them, what else might they have missed? Ooh, I know actually. Maybe the fact that the frunk chops fingers off. This is the frunk, or front trunk of the Cybertruck, and because it is super sharp and can close automatically, it is apparently basically a guillotine. When people with access to Cybertrucks started realizing this, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube were all flooded with videos of people testing it out with various fruits and vegetables, and it did not look good for the Cybertruck. Tesla took note of this and actually issued a safety update to the car's software fixing the issue. Kind of. The update led to yet another wave of videos, this time owners more confidently testing the frunk with their own hands. But what a lot of them didn't realize, however, is that the way Tesla fixed this issue is by making it so the first time you try closing the frunk, it closes very lightly, and if it notices any resistance at all, it comes back up, just how you'd want. But if you keep trying to close it after that, Tesla assumes, hey, maybe
I'm scared. There's no way he would show
you
TOS.
stuffed the frunk with a big bag, and you don't care if it closes a little bit harder, you just want the dang frunk closed. Surely someone isn't just standing there slamming the frunk on their hand over and over, trying to prove their allegiance to Elon Musk. So when this Tesla nut Jeremy Judkins went to test out the
I'm so scared. Can I take this off the screen? It's giving me anxiety. Let me take it off the screen.
update, a little scared from how dangerous he'd heard it was before, he started out with his big sturdy forearm. Then he worked his way down to his hand, and finally his lone little index finger. Unbeknownst to him, the frunk was getting stronger and stronger every time until...
Everybody's been waiting for this, the finger. Without further ado... I feared for my finger for a second, not gonna lie. That's kind of bad.
Yeah, so I wasn't gonna test this out on my...
Okay, it was not that bad. It was not that bad. It was not that bad. It was definitely not TOS. It just looked very scary. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys. It didn't even break skin, but it's scary to look at, which is why I
The frunk was getting stronger and stronger every time until...
Everybody's been waiting for this, the finger. Without further ado... I feared for my finger for a second, not gonna lie. That's kind of bad.
Yeah, so I wasn't gonna test this out on my own hand, but I did try it with my shoe.
Okay, I don't think that was enough pressure to slice my fingers off. I'm not gonna test that, but it definitely
Saw there was something there, recognized it, it thought about it for maybe a second and was like, do I want to kill this guy? And then it said, all right, what the heck, we'll let you go. So that's nice. All right, driving test. It's time to take this thing out on the open road. and kill somebody.
People are crazy. Why would you ever put your finger there? You're crazy to do that. You're insane, dude. I have no words. I have no words.
An interesting thing right now is it says press to drive and it's showing a picture of the accelerator pedal. So I like that it kind of assumes that as a Cybertruck owner, you have no idea how to drive.
The experience of driving a Cybertruck is a little different due to its unique steer-by-wire mechanism, which means the steering wheel is actually not physically controlling the wheels. It's doing it electronically, which means that it can do things like turn more sharply when you're in a parking lot and less sharply when you're at highway speeds. It's a cool idea in concept, I think, but it definitely took some getting used to, and also, I don't know, like, was this really a problem before?
Is this like mouse acceleration?
I kind of liked that every time I turned my steering wheel, it turned the car the same amount.
First time I took a turn in this thing, actually every subsequent turn I took after that too, I was like, whoa, this thing is a bucking Bronco, man. It's trying to buck me right out of it. This is a wily gal. I've been saying it all day. Even alone in the car on the way from the guy's house who owns this thing, I was just saying, yeehaw! This thing is a wild girl. Yeah, I definitely don't like how tiny the steering wheel is and how flat it is on the top. It just feels like wiggling it a little bit sends the car so far in one direction.
Also, guys, we perfected the steering wheel already. Most steering wheels being totally round is good. We did it, guys. We did it. We don't need to change it. Nobody, I have never met a single person in my life, ever, in my life, who has said, you know, if only this steering wheel was a weird shape that was annoying to use. I've never seen someone say that ever. I've seen some people say, like, I like when the steering wheel is a little thinner. I've seen other people say, I like a nice, meaty, girthy steering wheel. I've seen some people say that they like it a little smaller, a little bigger. That's a personal preference. You guys are welcome to like it as long as you'd like. As big, as small, as girthy, as pencil-y as you'd like. It's up to you, man. It's kind of, you're right, man. Never have I seen someone say that I want my steering wheel to be flat on the top.
Really got to be 10 and 2 if that analogy even applies to a rectangle or a trapezoid. I don't know what this is. I think it's like a hexagon. As a passenger, how is this for you, Jake?
I would say I get motion sick in cars. I normally don't get motion sick in the front seat. Please. In this one, I am feeling a little motion sick.
No!
Sorry. It's a bucking Bronco, you know? What can I say?
She's a wild gal. Imagine setting your phone here, and you know, sometimes you slam on your brakes and the things in your car go sliding forward. Imagine if something went sliding forward all the way to the front of this dashboard. There's no way that you could ever get that back while you're driving. So if your phone was up there or anything important, you just gotta wait until the end of your drive to get it back. Either that or you have to floor it so fast that it comes flying back and then you just sort of catch it like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Kind of feels like I'm in the weirdest Uber ever right now.
For Jake? Where you going, man? The future? Strap in, buddy. It's gonna be a wild ride. And I don't know how to drive.
We got a little cyber hungry while driving around, and I figured that taking our wild gal through a drive-thru would be a perfect way to get an outside perspective on the truck.
Take me to a drive-thru. Command not understood. I'm hungry. This command is not available yet. You're not allowed to be hungry yet in the Cybertruck. Hello, can I get one Butterburger cheeseburger?
Anything else?
That's it.
It's 906.
Thank you.
I like the Cybertruck, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm just renting it, actually. Just for the day, yeah. I was thinking about getting one, so I just wanted to see if I liked it or not.
Oh, testing it out, right?
Yeah. Do you really like it?
They look nice, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Some people like it and some people hate it. I don't know if I really like it or not.
Futuristic.
Yeah.
Nobody has that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, though.
He looked kind of like he was going to laugh at me when I first pulled up. He was nice about it, though. He said he liked it. Do you think he really liked it?
I may never know whether that guy really liked the Cybertruck or if he was just being polite, or worse yet, sarcastic. But while we were sitting in an empty church parking lot enjoying our meal, we were confronted again, but this time in a much...
Not Danny Gonzalez decunting himself for half a second to take off his wig, showing us his wig cap.
our meal, we were confronted again, but this time in a much stranger way. As we were sitting there minding our own business, a woman pulled up beside us and just stared into the car for a good like 30 seconds.
This is very confusing. She's just looking.
The windows of the truck are kind of tinted, so I didn't know if she could see us, but I was worried that she was like security for the church or something and we weren't supposed to be there. So I rolled down the window to ask if everything was okay. And finally, she spoke.
Hello. How's it going?
Can I take pictures?
Yeah. Oh, sure, yeah.
They're so cute.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I can show you.
So much.
Yeah, of course. I'm filming a YouTube video right now. That's why I'm dressed up all weird.
So I showed her around the car for a little bit and she took a ton of pictures. Also, I had taken off my wig, so I looked even more insane, but she never questioned it. Then she told us that her grandchildren would love this, and they live pretty close by, so she asked how long we'd be there for.
This is so wholesome, dude. This is so cute. This sweet lady is just like, can I take a picture? Oh, thank you. And she's like sitting there recording the inside. Whose grandma's this?
We said probably 10 minutes, and she said, 30 minutes? And we said, okay. And then we waited for 30 minutes while she went to go get her grandkids.
Yeah, of course. Come on over.
They did indeed love the Cybertruck.
What do you think? You like it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah? Cool.
We went all around it. They asked a ton of questions. Their grandmother kept telling them to wave at the camera.
So the back is a truck. It's got a truck bed in the back.
And you could like make a gaming room.
Oh, a gaming room. That's a good idea.
I think this kid must watch a lot of Brent Rivera or something, because when he saw the back of the truck, he was like, oh my God, it's so big. You could fit a secret gaming room back here. And then when he saw the front, he was like, oh, this is too small. You could not fit a secret gaming room up here. It's like he only thought in terms of secret gaming rooms. It was insane.
When I'm 16,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna buy a cyber.
Oh, good idea. I like it. That'll be a good first car, huh? Smile. 1, 2, 3.
And with that, my time with the Cybertruck had come to an end. It was time.
I just want to say a quick shout out. There's so many terrible dog shit YouTubers, okay? And there's so many YouTubers that try and farm random strangers for content. It's nice to see a YouTuber get farmed for somebody else's entertainment, okay? And this sweet lady is just like, can you wait 30 minutes? I want my kids to come see it. Sorry, my grandkids to come see it. And just like letting the kids just hang out. And the fact that he also censored the kids' faces out. It is nice to see, finally, YouTubers that aren't going around abusing strangers, and instead the strangers are now abusing the YouTubers. A much better dynamic. Oh, God. God bless Grandma, dude. I hope one day I can have as little social anxiety as Grandma has. That's how I want to live.
To bring it back to the person
We
I
are
rented it from. And wait, what is that? What's going on with those podcast recommendations? And you know what? The music recommendations too. Who owns this car? All right, that's it. I'm pissing on this thing. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join.
It was a piece of cinema. That was amazing. Oh my God. Oh. That was so good. That was really good. I forgot how much I like Danny Gonzalez's videos. Wow. He had like, I think, a period of time where maybe he was uploading a little bit less. I think that was when he has a kid, right? I think. I hope. I hope I'm thinking of the right person. But maybe he just got like busy because like your kid is like, wah, I need to be fed, wah, or whatever. I don't know. I don't have a kid or hang out with kids or have any nephews or nieces. So I don't know what kids say or do or whatever. But anyways, what a baby. Am I right? Damn. But actually, he had to make Cokes from scratch. My kid woke up and asked me for some Coca-Cola. So I have to make the Coca-Cola from scratch. So first I planted the... Oh, that was so good. Oh my God. But it's good to see that he's uploading content and the content is very good. And also, again, He had to take time off to write a bunch of dad jokes. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Kids actually tell really funny jokes like this one. Why was the bicycle exhausted? Because it was too tired. Get Mods ban them. Mods ban them all. Ban them all. At least 2 people made that joke in chat. Ban them all. All of them. At least my jokes are fire. Let me try and make the face. Really hope this guy doesn't turn out to be a toucher, if you know what I mean. All the YouTubers are doing it for some reason. I know. I think he's a wholesome guy. I think he's a wholesome guy. Hopefully no. But that was a good. That was a good. I'm remembering the AI pen playing music randomly. And then taking a photo of the smoothies, but one of the smoothies got. Sorry. I'm done. Oh yeah, but that was good. I'm very happy that good YouTubers exist.